1 year ago, look at that, a deadly EF-5 tornado hit Moore, Oklahoma, and it hit close to home. That's where Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Chikage Windler grew up.
And I know she saw the devastation right after it happened, and I remember you going back then again 1 year later.
A lot has changed in the last year. Rebuilding, recovery, and new technology that could revolutionize tornado forecasting.
Amazing tornado. This is just a deadly situation. Really.
May 20th, 2013. This massive EF-5 barreled through Moore, Oklahoma.
It was hell on earth. Honestly, the most horrific experience of my life.
Sarah Pattison lost everything. So did the family who lived across the street in the house where I grew up.
I can't even tell where my house used to be. The only way you can tell is right here. 637 Kings Manor Drive, Moore, Oklahoma, 73160.
That was then. This is now.
Very exciting.
Cynthia Sanchez, who grew up in the same house I used to call home, just moved back in. Neighbor Sarah Pattison is back too, but for obvious reasons, she's anxious.
After going through what I did last year, you know, that's not something you can easily put out of your mind. And I'm scared for something like that to happen again.
It's not a question of if it's going to happen again, it's a question of when.
At the National Weather Center in Norman, Oklahoma, meteorologists know they can't stop violent tornadoes from forming, but they can develop better ways of forecasting them. One is this computer model that predicts weather out to 45 days.
It shows some promise, especially in the relatively short time frame of 7 to 10 days of indicating favorable regimes for severe weather.
By combining climatology with sophisticated equations to model the atmosphere, supercomputers are creating experimental forecasts like this one at the Storm Prediction Center. The hope? To forecast severe weather outbreaks days, weeks, even a month in advance.
Advances that have been made are mind-boggling.
Being part of those advancements is why UT alum Dr. Kevin Clazel
Hook 'em horns.
left Texas to join OU in its life-saving research mission.
Being at the cutting edge of radar research, of weather research, tornadic research, severe storms.
It all happens right here at the National Severe Storms Laboratory.
I'm holding a piece of cutting-edge technology.
In fact, it is a several $1,000 instrument that goes through storms and takes pictures from the inside.
And no one else has successfully used these?
Nobody.
Another first, perhaps the biggest thing meteorology has seen in years, is this phased array mobile radar unit.
Each one of these postage stamp sized squares is actually its own radar that transmits and receives data. There are over 500 of these that work together to bring a crisper, clearer, more precise three-dimensional picture of what's really going on inside a storm.
A radar like this is going to give more lead time because if you're talking about the current technology where you're using a 6-minute scan, a 6-second scan is going to give you much more rapid information.
It sounds like a freight train. It's just
And
like
when it comes to tornadoes, time means everything. Just ask Cynthia Sanchez.
I mean, technology is always advancing. We could always use, anything will be helpful. As long as we can get enough evacuation time.
That phased array mobile radar will be deployed in the near future. Dr. Clazel says it could be years, though, before that technology is available to us here at KEYE. But once it is, it will revolutionize the way we track storms and give viewers like you much more warning time.